we're going to start off with our first fight on the main card. Put your hands together for the first fighter coming to the blue corner, Xavier Nadeau.
Making his way from the blue corner, proudly repping Canada, Mr. Xavier Nadeau. I love the braids, by the way. Fighting out of H20 MMA. This is his first mixed martial arts fight. Repping H20 MMA, we see Coach Richard Ho in the back. And a special fight because he is fighting a BJJ black belt. His first fight. You ever seen that, Omar?
Yeah, I've never seen that before, but like we said before, Jesse Van Vlack coming off a long layover, so let's see what happens. We know that Xavier Nadeau, he's been prepping hard, he's been prepping proper at H20 with Coach Richard Ho, so I'm sure he's ready for this.
Especially with the guidance he has behind him. You know, I'm sure they took this fight for a reason, and I'm sure they see, you know, a path to win. You know, this is not a regular guy. This is somebody that played hockey for 15 years. You know, you can see him. Look at the athleticism. He's looking very good in there. He comes in with a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu, looking to show his striking experience, I believe, because, you know, going against the black belt might be difficult. It is Xavier Nadeau making his first step in the cage.
And Nikita in his corner?
I believe so, Nikita.
That's
you
Nikita
can see
in his corner. He is fighting later tonight in the main event.
Nikita, what are you doing here? Yeah, there's 3 fights left and then it's you, man.
Wow, that is insane.
That is why, when I asked him, any family members or training partners you'd like to shout out, he said Nikita Dari and Neil Twist.
Nikita here.
That is team effort right there. Xavier Nadeau in the blue corner, making his debut in MMA.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for his opponent. Making his way to the red corner, Jesse Van Vlack.
And his opponent making his way from the red corner, Jesse Van Vlack, the BJJ black belt with 3 MMA fights, an amateur record of 1 and 2. It has been a long time since we've seen him perform in mixed martial arts. And also, something fun about him, he is the only guy I've ever seen at the amateur level to own his gym.
He owns his gym, that's correct.
He owns the gym, man. And that is, you know, training out of Van Django MMA and Savage Muay Thai with his corners, Paul Martin, Ty Vogt, and Evan Hayer. You know, this guy is probably repping Ontario in another clash we got between Quebec and Ontario, fighting out of Kingston. I mean, when you're fighting a guy like that, what would be the move, would you think?
Keep it on the feet. Keep it on the, by no means am I going on the ground. With this guy, he's a black belt. Why on earth would I ever want to get on the ground? I would stay far. I'd smother him with my boxing. I wouldn't throw much kicks because that opens up the door to grab my kick and take me down. I'd be heavy in the hands. I'd stand a bit lower and I'll keep a strong base. He is the older fighter. I'd expect that Xavier Nadeau is the faster, more explosive fighter. Can he make good use of that? That is the question that will be answered.
He's going to be using a lot of that experience in order to be looking for his favorite submission, the triangle choke. As we get Alec introducing our fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight will be a bantamweight bout at minus 135 pounds. Your referee in charge of the action is Patrick Gula. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 135 pounds with an amateur record of 0 wins and 0 losses. Representing H20 MMA from Montreal, Quebec, we have Xavier and introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 135 pounds, with an amateur record of 1 win and 2 losses. Representing Van Django Studio from Kingston, Ontario, we have Jesse Van
The final referee instructions as we get ready for our main card opener. Xavier Nadeau in the blue corner against the talented and experienced grappler, Jesse Van Vlack. H2 MMA against Van Jungo Studio. Another Quebec versus Ontario bout. First round on the way. We got to see how long it will take for, Van Vlack to
shoot his first takedown.
Exactly. You see a difference in the hand movement. Xavier Nadeau getting a way more boxer-friendly approach. Ooh,
and a
big
quick
right hand.
one,
That was
too.
a heavy hit right away.
He's quick with that boxing too.
He's looking to land that left head kick. He might have seen something.
Good work by Xavier setting up that inside leg kick.
Okay. Another lead left kick. He might be looking to set up another move, Ooh.
1-2 blocked by Xavier.
I like Van Vlack's approach, of just, sticking to the fundamentals in
Yep.
striking.
Very
he knows
simple.
he knows his bread and butter is
heavy leg kick.
the mat space, a real shark on the mat.
Returned by Jesse.
He's just using proper boxing, 1-2,
Long
fundamentals.
1-2s, but he's leaving his chin a little bit exposed.
That
He's
is-
got to
that is
watch
true.
out for that.
Nadeau gotta be looking to counter that. The big overhand might be coming.
Nice, like,
in his
great
way.
kick.
Ooh, that was a nice
Jesse's
combination.
coach
I like that.
asking for left hooks.
Yep. Nadeau should be putting up a little more volume. That's what his corner out of H2 MMA is asking him to do.
Halfway through the first round, and
Already?
Jesse's coming out as a good striker.
Yeah, he's
Pushing the
surprising a lot of
pace.
us.
Throwing more volume, controlling the pace here in the first.
Xavier has a little trouble getting into the range without getting hit. The tip to the face, partially landing.
Many shots are blocked, but still on the judges' scorecards, if you're not throwing anything back, doesn't look good.
If you're not throwing, you're not winning.
100%.
Xavier Nadeau, maybe those first-time jitters. Remember, this is his amateur debut, even though he looks in tremendous shape.
His defense is holding up
Ooh.
properly.
The right hand touched the
through.
button slightly,
Yeah, good.
but the
right
leg kick is doing work,
I'd like to see him throw his hands, though.
Van Vlack is not reacting properly to these leg kicks. Them has hurt. I like Nadeau the way he circles out the cage, making sure he can, get back to the center and try and impose his will. Even though Van Vlack is in control of the rhythm. I'd love to see the stats on this one. I feel like Van Vlack landed 3 shots for every shot of Nadeau.
Jesse's doing, Xavier's doing a good job staying low, staying prepared for that takedown. Even though Jesse's doing a good job on the feet, he wants to watch out for the takedown always.
Exactly, and also we see that.
Way, and a good overhand.
As I was
That's
about
what I'm
to say.
saying. He needs to throw more of that.
I was about to say the low volume might be a tactic, to feel out his opponent. This is his amateur debut, his MMA debut, so they might have seen something inspiring where.
He could be instructed to just wait out the first round too.
Exactly.
As the younger fighter, he probably has more in the gas tank.
That is definitely a clear turn 9 for Jesse Van Vlack.
Definitely
Even though we did
round
get to
one
see,
for Jesse.
a little bit of Nadeau's power with that big overhand at the end of the round.
However, he did not do enough to win the round in my eyes. Jesse
Let's
did
see
a
what
great
his
job
corner-
controlling the distance, fighting at his pace, at his length, at his
Exactly.
reach.
Let's see what his corner has to say. After a definitely losing first round, but we saw a little bit of good thing. As we see the replays, we see Van Vlack imposing his striking levels. That is not something we expected from the BJJ black belt. The head kick was something he relied on heavily in that first round, whether it was the lead
All
head
of them
kick.
were blocked.
Oh, that big bomb though. That was the highlight of the
That
round
was
for
a
Nadeau.
beautiful overhand.
It was absolutely not enough to win him the round, but something to look out for. The overhand, it's always good old reliable when you're fighting somebody that has lower hands and is not a boxer necessarily. What would you say to Van Vlack, if he was your pupil after such a round?
I'll tell him to keep doing what he's doing. I'd say watch out on the overhand when you're throwing the jab. That's when he's timing it. But other than that, he's doing a beautiful job. Keep firing down the straight shots. Maybe add some hooks.
Yeah, for somebody that hasn't fought in a long time, Jesse Van Vlack, he doesn't know what ring rust is.
Nope. Looks great.
As we get started on that second round, Xavier Nadeau from Quebec against the Ontario native, Jesse Van Vlack. It's 1-1, in these Ontario-Quebec oppositions tonight.
I'd like to see Xavier stand his ground more when Van Vlack throws the 1-2s. That way he can counter. instead of going back.
I think he is listening to you because have you seen the way he cut that kick in order to land that right hand? And he's throwing his kick as well.
Returns with a heavy right kick.
Nadeau is giving his opponent a lot more pressure in that second round. You can see him is not playing the evasive game anymore.
He needs to set his kicks up with punches.
That is very true.
He's throwing singular shots.
And you can see
I'd like to see him mix up more volume.
Van Vlack looking to keep his combination flowing. Ooh.
Van Vlack controlling center all the way through round 1.
Nadeau's eye got touched a little bit. Ooh, that left hand came very close.
This is where... Another heavy leg kick.
You know, even though we closed out the prelims with a sort of a bar fight, a banger of a fight, you know, people going hard and heavy.
And a heavy right hand by both of these fighters.
This one is way more technical, and I enjoy it really much. You know, look at that left kick on the end of the combo from Van Vlack. That is
very technical fight.
That is not a BJJ guy. That is proper striking technique. You know, people could say a lot of things about his boxing fundamentals or maybe the way he keeps his hands up, but
no, he's throwing clean down the pipe.
It's 2-0 in my book for Mr. Van Vlack, you know. There's a minute 23 seconds left for Nadeau to impose his game and show off what he can do against
I'd like
BJJ
to see Nadeau just throw some more volume. Anything.
Oh, speaking of volume, that wasn't necessarily volume, but it was damage. Did you see the way Van Vlack reacted to that leg kick?
He cannot keep going back.
Ooh!
Yeah, he needs to follow up on that.
That was extremely close. Jesse Van Vlack definitely took note of that overhand.
He needs to watch out when he drops that left hand.
Exactly, that might be something that Nadeau will be looking to capitalize on in that third round. And you can see the movement of Van Vlack getting a little compromised. You know, he's not moving as much.
Starting to get a bit tired.
Those leg
heavy
kicks
on those leg kicks.
And the cardio, you know.
Might be paying dividends right now.
Especially against a younger, stronger opponent. I'm not saying Van Vlack is old. He's obviously doing work. Look at that kick.
Looking for a question mark kick.
Old people do not throw that. Ooh, nice teep to the body. Hitting the gas tank.
Nice left kick. Good
like
job
the way
controlling center again by Van Vlack.
Exactly, I like the way these kicks prevent Nadeau from properly circling out.
He's doing a good job throwing the left hook before throwing the cross and sometimes mixing it between a jab and a beautiful
excellent timing on that inside leg kick.
10 seconds.
Oh. You know, it's a difficult round to score, but I think I'd have to give it to Van.
Oh, he hurt him in the end.
See, this is why you don't say anything before the round is officially over.
This is what he needs to do. He needs to push more, and once he has Jesse Van Vlack against the cage or close to the cage, that's when he needs to be firing more shots.
Let's check out those replays as we see Xavier Nadeau looking to pressure his opponent, but Jesse Van Vlack putting up numbers in the striking, even though Nadeau may have found his path to victory with those right leg kicks.
I think Xavier won that round.
You would give it to Xavier?
I mean, Jesse definitely threw more. It might have looked like he landed more, but...
Did you see that overhand? That barely missed. That would have been a fine ender right there.
It looked to me that Jesse moved with it. Kind of like Canelo, rolled with the punch.
That might be a little over-exaggerated, but... you know, you can see, this guy has a cauliflower ear. This is an MMA debut. That sort of thing does not happen. He is definitely ready for this fight. He might be 0-0, but he has definitely been working hard.
I'm surprised this fight hasn't even touched the mats yet.
Actually, I'm very
been on the
surprised
canvas.
You can see Nikita
Not
Dari
one fighter shot
fired up, giving instructions to his friend and training partner.
Back and get this dub.
You know, there's a lot of people from H20 that were, you know, high on Xavier Nadeau, giving him a lot of props, telling others stories about what he's doing at the H20 tenure room as we get ready for that round 3.
See, Xavier is blocking these 1-1-2s.
Oh, that was a big hand. Might have been off balance, but that was still damage. Oh, is he looking to pull guard? Now that is something you don't want to mess around with, especially against a BJJ black belt. Ooh, was that a ground up kick to the groin? That's something you don't see every day. And Xavier Nadeau, you know, his corner yelling him to finish. They think he might.
Those legs.
They think he might be able to finish. You gotta watch for that, especially that triangle choke.
The guard. He called for a triangle choke.
He called for a triangle choke.
Happen?
Will Jesse Van Vlack be the first fighter tonight to use his finishing move as previously called? You know, they should probably give him a bonus if he does that.
You heard of Mystic Mac, but can he be Mystic Black?
We gotta make sure, you know, Future Fight League, you know, we take care of these guys. You can see Nadeau
smothering pressure by Nadeau.
Heavy pressure.
Not giving him an inch. Putting him against
You're somebody
the cage.
that has a lot of weapons from the guard in that specific position.
I can tell you,
how
this
do you
is
deal
very
with such pressure?
uncomfortable. I need to get off the cage if I'm Jesse Van Vlack. This is not where I want to be.
Absolutely. Especially in the third round, there's 1 minute 40 left. We're almost halfway through. You know, these first two rounds are, you know, the first one was easy to score, but Nadeau might have clutched that second round, as you mentioned. So
yeah,
this might be a decisive round.
The leg kicks in the second round.
This might be the one. This might be the decisive one.
But I'd like to see Nadeau try to get out of that guard, not just pressure here.
I'm actually looking at the big screen, you know, to get, to see where Jesse Van Vlack is gaining his grips, looking for underhooks, trying to control his opponent,
Looks
preventing
to me like
Nadeau
Van
from
Vlack
striking.
is just accepting this position here instead of working to get up or working to pose a threat.
I feel like he might be setting up something. You know, when you
You're
get
not
all these
setting
underhooks,
you can't be setting anything up from here against the cage.
Right, 1 minute left too.
I'd like to see him turn away from the cage or use the cage to get up, because right now Xavier is just using the cage to smother him.
And you see Nadeau was getting some much space. Jesse Van Vlack tried to get an arm, but he gets right back in there looking to put damage. Oh!
He's just looking
That
for
is the
ground
triangle
and pound.
guard. He's got to watch out for the triangle of Jesse Van Vlack.
This is not jiu-jitsu, this is MMA.
Exactly.
You cannot play that bottom game.
You're looking for the submission. This guy's looking to take you out with strikes. Xavier Nadeau.
Watch those up kicks though. Oh, he almost dove into a triangle.
Actually, he almost did. His corner is shouting
20
him
seconds to go.
to get in there and put damage.
Is this enough to win the fight?
They trust their fighter. Ooh, Jesse Van Vlack grimacing a little bit. Might be hurt, might be tired. You know, this
smothering pressure.
15 seconds. Maybe this.
10 seconds in the third
the armbar.
round.
Oh. And Xavier Nadeau getting wise to it. These last 10 seconds might be decisive. Hammer fist. Xavier looking to put damage, whereas his opponent surviving. That was an amazing fight. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you both. Xavier Nadeau
off the main card of the evening.
coming in as the rookie.
Xavier Nadeau and Jesse Van Vlack go the distance.
Well, we'll see what the judges think about that. I mean, you gotta clap for these guys. You know what I mean? You gotta applaud these two. As you see the replay, let's take a look at our replays of this fight.
Beautiful start.
I love that move on the referee. That was wow.
Sharp jabs. That was the story
the
of
fundamental
of
boxing
the night.
from Van
Those
Vlack
jabs.
won him easily the first round. But then Nadeau came in heavy under pressure, might have snatched that second round. And that third round,
Jesse
dominating
made a
performance on the
mistake
floor.
Jesse's own mistake led to him losing this whole round. He just rushed in.
The judges will give us our answer on who won that fight very soon.
Stay tuned. Up next, the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for these two fighters. The 3 rounds we go to the judges' scorecards. The first judge scored it 29-28. The second judge scored it 29-28. And the last judge scored it 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Xavier Nadeau.
And Xavier gets the decision win. H20 still in the winning column here tonight. Razor sharp fight. Could have gone either way. Could be argued either way. It was a close fight. I think those leg kicks in round 2 paid dividends. He did a very good job at blocking a lot of the strikes coming in. Here's Zach with the post-fight interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Xavier Nadeau, but before I get to talk to him, we need to give a big round of applause for Mr. Jesse Von Vlack, coming back and showing so much heart after a long layoff. Now, Xavier, you got a lot of supporters in the crowd right now, you know? But this fight was a weird one because this guy came in as a BJJ black belt. What was that first round? You know what I mean? He did a lot of work on the feet. You hustled that second round, and that third round, you showed why this is not jiu-jitsu, this is MMA. What do you think overall, your performance?
I take no credit at all. All credit to the squad, H20 with Rich, and everyone that came to support. Big respect. Thank you.
Such a classic. Now, Xavier, finding a BJJ black belt on your first fight, you were 0-0, now you're 1-0. You must have been really confident. What was the game plan coming in, you know, against such a specialist?
Well, I knew I had to be careful when he was on his back, and the game plan was hit and don't get hit.
It's everybody's game plan in there. But I'd like to give you this moment to thank your sponsors, your family, your friend. Now's the time. You know, you're on stream. Time to show up.
Like I said, thank you to everyone that came supporting me for multiple years with the injury and everything. Big respect, guys. Want to give a shout out Action Paul. He's doing that shit in Latin. Brought me back from the broken neck. And shout out to Egro. Thank you, boys.
Xavier Nadeau, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause.